sunrise here in Tennessee, except the sun is not out today. Look at the clouds. I'm hoping that the wind is not going to be too intense, that you won't be able to hear me well. But I wanted to jump on today and do some quick pick a card readings for who is thinking about you. Okay, so I'm just going to go through the deck here. The wind might blow my cards, so I'm going to use my beautiful purple velvet bag. Remember that purple is the color of the divine. And if there's one thing I know for sure, it's that if you're in no contact with someone, the chances are that there is a deeply spiritual reason why that is happening. And you may not know what it is that's going on in your person's life that's in no contact. I hear my wind chime ringing over there. You may not know why the person has put you into no contact, but they have. And coming to peace with that will make a huge difference for you. So let me take a sip of my tea. Good morning. And who is thinking about you today? Let's just pull a card here. All right, let's take a look. What do we have here? We have a person who is very busy learning something. They have turned away from you, haven't they? But the truth is that it's not about you. That this person is very involved in their career. They have been balancing their life the very best they can. But what's happening is that as they're focused on their work, they simply don't have the time and energy to give to you. It's a different world today, and people don't really understand what they used to call manners, where it would be polite to let someone know that you're okay, even though you're too busy to have an active relationship with them. So the person who is on your mind, hi Barry, welcome. The person who is thinking about you loves you, but they don't have the tools to focus on more than one thing at a time. So the message here is to be most patient with your person. So today we are sitting outside at dawn here in Tennessee in the States, and I'm just going through the cards here and I'm pulling for someone you're out of contact with and who is thinking about you today. Because most of us have some disconnected relationships and most of us would love to hear from someone again. So thank you for sharing tea with me this morning, and let's pick a new card here. Who is thinking about you today? Are you in no contact with someone? It seems that this is someone who may be a former love mate, a former soulmate of sorts. I personally believe that we have many soulmates in life, and that once you begin a relationship with someone, there is no guarantee that it's going to last forever. So your person definitely is still thinking about you, but they want to release you. See that cup that's handcuffed to that ankle? That is a sign that the love that was happening was imprisoning someone. One or both of you was definitely in a relationship that was not sustainable. Look at the bottom right corner. Can you see those two hands coming together with fresh, new love? The person who is thinking about you this morning misses what you had. They knew it was powerful and there was a lot of chemistry there, but it was not good for either of you. This person is willingly kind of letting you go. There's a saying in the States that said, when pigs fly. So what that means is that you make a promise and you say, this is for sure going to happen when pigs fly, and pigs never fly, do they? So the hopes and dreams for this situation are meant to fall apart. And as willing as you can be to simply let it go right now, the more content you will be. All right, let's take a look at another card. Who is out of contact in your life? Who could be thinking of you this morning? Let me pull a card for you. If you're out of contact with someone, this will be your card. Good morning, Craig, Mr. Gray. I'm so glad that you're here today. Who is out of contact in your life? Whoops, card is upside down. Let's take another look. It is dawn here, more or less, and obviously we are going to have a little bit of a rainy day, and it goes along with the storm that we see. So the person who is thinking about you is represented by that little squirrel, all right? See the little squirrel? Squirrels are known for being quite playful. But the thing is about the wild animals is that when a storm comes, they don't do a lot of complaining about it. I wonder sometimes if animals have complaints in their mind. I think it's only when they're in physical pain that they will complain by making sounds, or if they're really hungry. But the truth is that humans look at storms a whole different way. We look at storms with fear and doubt. So the person who's thinking of you, when they think of you, they remember playful times, and they remember how fun it was to be with you. But they also are reflecting on how things ended, because it was quite stormy, wasn't it, at the end of that relationship? And so whenever they think back, they think of the darker side. I'm sorry to tell you that news, because I have a feeling that when you think of them, you try to erase the dark, and you don't want to see it. Do you wonder why they left you? It could be that the storms of your own life that had nothing to do with them at all, but those storms disturbed their peace of mind. They may be a shy person, or have you ever heard of a highly sensitive person? Highly sensitive people actually can feel other people's moods. Did you know that? You may be one of those. When you were a child and your family was having some sort of fight, that it made you feel terribly uncomfortable. This person wishes only the best for you, okay? And they wish for you to find your heart. I see in the lightning up there, I see a heart. It's a heart with sharp points, but I see your person wishing only well. All right, so let's go on. Today's readings are directed towards someone that you're not in contact with anymore. They may have passed away, or they may have moved away, or they may have simply decided they didn't want to speak to you. I have some family members like that. Our worlds don't align with one another, and it can be really difficult. Yes, Craig. Hi, Jack. Isn't it hard when people don't stay with you for life? But there's a big train going by. I hope it's not noisy. But sometimes, have you ever heard this quote? This is it. It says, "Some people are yours for a season, some are yours for a reason, and some are yours forever." It's a wonderful, comforting quote when some people have left your life, hopped on a train and took off, right? So let's see who is thinking about you. Hold someone in your mind that you wish you could speak to again, and then let's see what they're thinking about you. Okay. So your person, when they think of you, they feel joy. I know that in my situation, I have adult children. And even though I don't speak to them every day because they're so busy in their lives, I know that they feel empowered to live their life without having to babysit for my feelings. When my person, when this person is thinking of you, they feel freedom and peace. So this reading is not for all of you guys who are listening, but this is an important message for one of you, that one of the people who left your life, and honestly, this could be for someone who lost someone through death. I'm getting a very strong inclination that someone listening to me has had someone pass away recently. And this is your heavenly message. My belief system is that most of our beingness is spiritual, a soul and a spirit. And that when we do pass over, we rejoin our wonderful Creator. And this card has that energy all over it, doesn't it? If you've lost someone through death, lay your hand on your heart right now and allow yourself to believe that your person, when they think of you, they want you to know they are in complete and utter bliss. Here's a little hummingbird visiting us. How cool is that? Hummingbirds can move quickly in every direction like dragonflies, and often they bring us the message of everlasting love like nothing else. Your person loves you so much. Okay, let's go on. So yes, there are some people, doesn't it seem like whoever you meet is just mean? And then you wonder, is there any reason for all of this no contact, being canceled, not counting, not being important? So let's pull a card and see, even though you may not see it, is there someone who is thinking something that will help you? All right, let's take a look. And we have our Ace of Cups here. So this person who is thinking of you deeply cares for you, even though you don't see it, because part of you has had so many negative relationships where people have not respected you. It's clouded your judgment. It is not possible for 100% of the people in anyone's life to feel badly or feel like they don't like you. The thing is that when you are in that kind of a mood where you feel very defeated, as if life is too hard to live, sometimes you might be depressed. I like to call it feeling blue. All you see is other people who are depressed. What you think about, you bring about. And so if you're thinking sad, lonely thoughts, you will attract sad, lonely people. And you won't see the good people. You won't feel their love. But someone is thinking about you with pure love. Now notice how her hands are sticking straight up. That reminds me of having good boundaries. And so I think that the person who is showing love to you, in their life, it's not pleasant to be with someone who is upset. It's hard for them to know what to say when someone is sad or angry. And because they don't have skills, they hold up boundaries. Oh, I saw a hummingbird. They hold up boundaries that don't feel fair because you need love badly, right? You want to feel loved. But the person who is thinking about you right now, you don't feel safe to them. You don't feel like you are equipped to help them in their life. So take this to heart, would you, my dear person who is watching? I know you're feeling rejected right now, but look around you, especially with strangers. Look around you and look into people's eyes. And your special mission today is to find someone with kindness in their eyes. I can't tell you how often loneliness is cured by a stranger, by a stranger's kindness. Remember, some relationships are for a reason, some are for a season, and some are forever. So you might have a relationship that is 30 seconds. I'm not even kidding. You can't find the love you need from your own family, but a person you meet on the street might give you a kind compliment or simply a warm smile, and that can be a seed for a real change. I can never explain why it is that we have to go through. I'm just moving my chair to get out of the wind a little bit. I don't know why it is we have to go through things that challenge us in our relationships and feel so lonely. But for sure, there is somebody who's wanting to send you a message, but you're not speaking to them. Okay? Let me sip my green tea and oat milk. Gosh, you guys, I would have never thought that this cafe latte girl would like green tea and oat milk, but it's happening. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to slurp my tea. Okay, for a reading today, all you have to do is hold in your mind someone that's not talking to you. Who is it that you want to know? Who is thinking about you today, and what's the message? Excuse me? Okay, so whenever I get a tickle in my throat, it always is a signal that someone is afraid to speak their truth, and someone is feeling a stormy sky in the relationship today. So let's take a look at what your person, who is your person, what are they thinking about you? Someone has turned their back to you. We see that clearly. If someone has turned their back to you, hit the thumbs up so you join the energy of this card. In this person's relationship skill, they're a little limited, all right? The person who is thinking about you right now has made a little bit of a mistake. They have decided that you are their light. They have decided that you are everything to them. And guess what? No one can be somebody's everything. It's simply not possible. And so as they have continued to focus on you as if you are everything to them, they have turned you off. They have made you feel so burdened and so powerless, because it's not fair for anyone to expect you to be everything. And because of that, it's important that you let them go, that you let them live their life as they're seeking their answers. Notice the sun that is right ahead of this person, and yet the sun is not guiding them. Their inner being, the part of them that wants so much to be connected to you, the only way that could happen is if they connected to their divine wisdom first. So as your person thinks of you, they miss you desperately, and they do love you, but they do not have the focus to connect to their highest self. This can be a hard one. Hi, Mahendra. Hi, Samuel. Craig, thank you for joining me this morning. I'm so grateful to have you on our call this morning. I am very desiring to give messages to people who have cut you off. So if no one has cut you off, then you can find another reader online, I'm sure right now, who's doing a live that might be better suited to you. But today's theme is just a general pick a card. And as you come in live and listen and drop your comments into the stream, it just creates a bigger vortex of energy to bring hope and healing to those of us who have been canceled or cut off from people. All right? So, who is it that's thinking about you? Who has cut you off? Let's take a card and see what the cards have for us. Oh my, your person is very, very sad. The person who's thinking about you is having a hard time sleeping. They're waking up in the middle of the night and they miss you terribly. They regret what happened. They feel sadness at what they said. This person would do anything to take it back. If this is you, if you have someone who has left your life that you wonder what they're thinking about you, you may claim the energy of this card. If this resonates with you and you're thinking, oh my goodness, my person misses me so much, this is an excellent call for you. Now, what can you do about it? Why is it that you're feeling the same way? There's a little quote that says, birds of a feather flock together. That's why these live videos work so magically, because there is no accident that your eye caught this particular reading. If you've had a breakup and you don't understand why, that you guys both probably share this energy. Both of you probably are up in the middle of the night thinking and worrying about one another. Now, let me tell you something that will help. You have a soul and a spirit, and what you're needing to do is to key into your inner being. Your inner being wants to comfort you. Your inner being wants to pour love out on you right now. I am a reader who believes in spirit. Some people call it energy. But the truth is that we are not alone on the planet. And sometimes we can get a false message, a false belief that another human can be our God. Another human can meet all of our needs. And you know what? That is a relationship that is doomed. Doomed. Because we are always going to disappoint one another, or we're always going to hurt each other's feelings. So getting in touch with your own divinity would be excellent for you. Now, I do have a blog. It's called Breakup Candy. No kidding. And breakupcandy.com is all about finding the sweetness in your separation, being able to see that God is behind it. There's a reason, a divine reason you're not together. And your humanity, your heart is broken, but your soul is relieved. Something needs to change before you get back together. Isn't that true? And this person wants you to know they are filled with regret. Send your person love, but don't reach out to them right now. Honor their request for no contact and allow them to be free as a hummingbird. Because that freedom may be what's needed to coax them back. All right? If you feel like you need a private reading, all of the information is in the description box, of course. But quite often, these single cards are exactly the information you need about your no contact person. All right, so those of you who are here, thank you so much for being here. Just allow your mind to drift. And who is it that is not speaking to you right now? Who is it? Let's see what the card is for you. It's a little windy today, so my cards are living in their velvet pouch and staying safe. I don't want any of them blowing away. Hold on while I have a sip of tea. Yes, Deborah, the candy channel is called Breakup Candy, breakupcandy.com, and it's a wonderful, wonderful website. I started it many years ago because there's so many brokenhearted people. But Deborah, also in the description box, there is a, hi Sophia, there is a quiz. It's called the Love Profile, and you can get a profile of your love style. And sometimes that can do a lot to help you understand why some of your relationships are difficult, okay? So you guys take that quiz if you wish. Sophia, is there anybody that's in your mind who you are not in contact with, somebody from the past, even someone who passed away? One of our cards early on was a direct message from someone who just passed away. And so we never know why that we're in no contact with people. We just know that they're not in our life anymore. So who is it? Hold that person in your mind and let's take a peek. Okay, so as we look at this card, what we're aware of is that your person is slowly, surely, and completely walking away from you, aren't they? There's a connection that has been broken, and one or both of you decided it was in your best interest to split. However, this person has a double mind. The person thinking about you has what I call a double mind, because they are going forward and they're working very hard on their career. They have chosen to put you into a place in their mind where they don't think about you very often, but they do think of you. Why I say that is because look at his feet. He's barefooted. It's like the shoes are still under your bed. However, this relationship was filled with drama. The main reason is because one of you wanted to move quickly. One of you wanted to get married or to nail it down. You want a ring on the finger. And the other one was not ready for commitment. And that can be so painful, can't it? When the person will not commit to you and you're so sure they're the one. However, the person who does not want to commit will always be the winner. And the person who is craving commitment is always the loser. Now, it's not the end of the world. They think back at you and they feel you with friend zone energy. They think back and think, yeah, that was great. We were friends with benefits and it worked for me. And honestly, I know that whenever I ring this person up, they will welcome me back to their bed. A lot of people ask me what I think about breakup sex, and quite frankly, that's such a personal decision because you know the habits, the style, and the pleasures of an ex. Sometimes you can tumble back into bed, and it can be truly just a physical relationship, and it's great for both of you. However, some people have a very tender heart chakra, and when they open themselves up with intimacy, the heart chakra jumps right in and can't let go. So it's important to be very wise when you are getting together with an ex. Unfortunately, my dear friend, when you need to let go of someone, it is never easy. It's a long and slow process. You guys know that I use tapping, energy tapping, to help people with their breakups, and I'm here for you. If you want to contact me, I have a private community in WhatsApp, and I meet with people over there where I do processes to help with breakup. So email me. It's tarot info. Oops, I'm just trying to find that hummingbird, keeps coming right up to me. The email address is tarotinfoplease@gmail.com. And I'll let you know how you can come work with me, and we can help you with your breakup if you need help. Okay, Anita? tarotinfoplease@gmail.com. All right, so letting go is not easy, but the Knight of Pentacles is energy for moving forward. It's just extremely slow. So cheers to you, my beautiful mug that I got when I was living in Mexico. They had so many wonderful flea markets there, and I love flea marketing. But let me have a sip, and you guys take a sip of whatever is near you. And let's see what my beautiful deck has to show us about who is thinking about you. If this is resonant, hit that thumbs up for me, and that just lets me know that this reading is right for you. Who is thinking of you today, my friend, and what is the message? Oh dear, here is somebody. I have a feeling that this card is for someone who you have been asked to not contact. So you are may I use the word victim? You are a victim of a no contact person. This energy, oh, bless you, Anita. Have a beautiful day. Sophia, when this reading goes into the recorded version, I think it was our third or fourth card was the world card. It's a woman with her arms wide open under the sun. So do look for that reading. I think that you will be most blessed. This card particularly is for someone who has been put into no contact. So in a way, Sophia, this could be you also, because you cannot contact your person anymore, can you? Because they are on the other side. So this message could very well be for you. Good morning, Tamika. So glad to see you here. Who is thinking about you, who has put you into no contact? So this person, look at their face. There is a yearning or a longing for love here. Longing for love. If English is your second language, could you put into the comments what your language would say is longing for love? Look at that fly sitting on the edge of my card. We might want to look up the spiritual meaning of fly, because that fly just visited us, and every animal that comes, it teaches us something. Oh, Anita, wonderful. I'm so glad we hit your need. So Anita is our ambassador today. I hope you don't mind, Anita. But Anita is someone who's been asked, please don't contact me. And this can be very painful. So let's take a look here. The wands are the suit of your personal power. If you've been put into a new contact or no contact, funny how my mouth said new contact, that's a direct message for you, my darling, from the universe, is that we have no control over that. Both of my parents are on the other side of the rainbow, and some of my family members have asked me, would you please not contact me? That's not fun to hear from a family member, but God has a plan. See the world? See the van? This is a card of taking steps forward, even though your person has locked you out, even though your person has left you behind. The fact is, they do still think about you. And what they are thinking about you, do you want to hear it? Do you want to hear why it is that your person is thinking about you, even though they've asked you not to contact them? I will tell you. It's because they want you to find a new contact. That word new contact popped right out of my mouth. I didn't mean to say it. As a reader, That happens to me all the time. So if you have been forbidden to contact the person, whenever that person thinks of you, they are thinking, please, my dear person, find someone else. Find someone else. Now I know that is so hard to hear, isn't it? Because you want so much for your life to go forward with this person. My voice just caught in my throat. So I know you're feeling so much emotion right now, Anita, and others, perhaps even Tamika and maybe even Harris, that you guys all feel like you're missing out because your person won't be your person. Okay, look at the wand on the wall behind her. See it? That's your future. You have a beautiful fresh start in love and passion. Love and passion is waiting for you, but you're not seeing it. Your person, can you see it? Your person is saying, I'm happy. I'm over there. I see you sad. I know what your sad self is. And if you find a new contact, you will be able to release me completely. I know it's very difficult to release someone who you want to be with, but your inner guidance is guiding you to step forward and move on. See the shadows on the wall right there from the sun? You have made a mistake, my dear viewer, because you think that your person has more power than the divine. Your divine guidance, the sun, represented by total power and total spiritual reality, is where your future is. Being able to shed your past relationship, shed that person. Something very magical could happen. In my own family, my own person reconnected. They're not married, but they reconnected after 3 years of a divorce. So I know that reconnection's possible, but it's only possible if the two of you go separate and find new contact. I'm going to do a reading coming up here, maybe even tomorrow, that's going to be about no contact or new contact. And I will take your questions tomorrow. Today, with the wind blowing and being outdoors, it's just too hard for me to take your questions, but I will do it. I think no contact or new contact is important. Yes, so I hear you, Anita, and I respect you because this is very painful. But the truth is that there are processes that you can use. Right in the description box, Anita, if you would take a look, there's something called the soulmate generator. The soulmate generator is a process that you can use. It's free of charge, and it really helps break the bondage of being obsessed with someone. So please do take that to heart. All right, so let's go forward here. Thank you for being with me this morning. It's an unusual reading because normally I take your questions and normally I ask for y'all to put what you're grateful for into the stream. But today I just felt like something brand new. I was up at sunrise and I wanted to come forward with you first thing. So I have my green tea oat milk latte. It makes me feel fancy to even say it. And so far today, we've had many hummingbirds come. And I love the message of hummingbird. And so if you want an extra special message today, just go ahead and Google the spiritual meaning of hummingbird. And I think you'll get an added blessing. Thank you for hitting the thumbs up, you guys. It's like a kiss. And so I blow you a kiss back. Okay. All right, Anita. Yes, we'll see you tomorrow. Best of luck to you. And I hope, Anita, I hope that today, as you go through your day, that you will see a stranger who gives a sense for you of kindness. Well, I love the word loving kindness. And I can't tell you how many times in my life strangers have poured love into my life that have been more meaningful than my own mother. I have to stop to tell you a story, and I just hope you'll always be patient when I'm sharing a story. But one time when my own mom had put me into no contact, that was pretty painful, but she did. And she moved out of the country, and I had no way of contacting her. And when she did that, what happened was I was just lonely, and I went to the fabric store because I wanted to make something. I was a sewing person at the time. Went into the fabric store and I picked up all my supplies and everything that I needed. And then I went to the car and I realized, oh man, I forgot to buy thread. Ugh, I was so frustrated with myself. So I got up and I went back into the store, and I was going back to the thread. And a woman, a stranger, stopped me and said, "Good morning." And I looked at her. She was an older lady and she had a beautiful hat on her head. And I said, "I love your hat." And she said, "I made it." And I went, "What? You made a hat?" And she said, "Yes." And she told me about how she sews and she teaches sewing and what have you. And then I just opened up and I told her about missing my mom and how hard it was for me. I never expected that in a million years. And what happened is, you know what she said to me? She, it makes me emotional. This could be 40 years ago. I'm not even kidding. She said to me, "If you were my mom, if you were my daughter, I would be so proud of you." Can you believe it? Her name was Olive. And here, 40 years later, I remember the kindness of a stranger. Now, if I would have been mad, angry, disappointed, or bitter that my own mom had said, "Please don't contact me," I would have never met Olive. I know it to be true. And could Olive have been an angel? You tell me. I had goosebumps all over myself. So thank you so much for just being patient and letting me tell my Olive story today. Okay, let's see. Let's see. For people on the call right now, who has put you into no contact? Or are you the person who put someone in no contact and you're wondering who is thinking about you today? Let's take a peek. Beautiful card. My hummingbird just flew back. Your person who is thinking about you. This person is a little bitter and a little resentful. Look at that face. She's carrying the energy of, I must take care of myself no matter what it takes. She's got her eyes closed to how her behavior might be impacting you. All right. So when you think of this person, you guys are both, if I can tell you this, I believe that every time you think of someone, they think of you. It's something, I'm 71 years old, I'm a grandmother, and I've used that for years, 50 years at least, where I just realized it was kind of an aha. I wonder if they're thinking about me when I think about them. So I have just taken that to be one of my core beliefs. With that being said, your person is not ready to be in contact. Look at how the wind is blowing from behind her, and she's got her back turned toward it to be going with the wind. So this person's spiritual walk is taking them in a different direction than you wish for. I understand that. See how her hands are holding tightly to her pentacles. Now, of course, the pentacles do signify money, and they could signify that they feel kind of, there's a word called cheap or stingy. They're not being generous right now. They're holding everything close to themselves. But some people don't realize that the pentacles are not just about money. They're about relationship. So this is showing some energy around not knowing how to be in a relationship. This is someone who I would say is having a hard time understanding how to connect. I call this social awkwardness. Some people say social anxiety. Now I'm going to show you something cool here. See the sky in this card? It matches the sky here on my scene. So I feel that anybody that's here right now watching this, this is your reading. It's so curious that the card matches the sky. Isn't that pretty? So clouds are always moving, aren't they? And if you watch the beginning of this reading, you're going to see a dramatic, stormy sky. The storm has blown across. So if you're here watching this, your person is thinking about you and they're still closed. They're still behind a gate. They cannot connect to the past and they're fearful of the future. But when they think of you, they feel a strange sense of trust. They feel a strange sense of like they have permission to be free to be themselves. Maybe this is a child of yours. Maybe it's someone who is pouting. You know how children pout? There are so many adults that are cut off from their adult children. And I think that if you're going through that, the thing is that your parent will never totally abandon you in their thoughts. But they may feel like they need to cut you off because it's too painful to be watching your life. But you can count on the fact that they love you. So whoever you're thinking about right now, they are living out their no contact. They are learning how to be more open and generous, but it's not happening quickly. It's moving slowly. So the best thing you can do is imagine yourself standing behind your person, whispering in their ear, "You can do it. I'm okay without you. I trust you in the hands of the divine, and I'm going to work at releasing you to your highest and best." Not an easy message, believe me. I have some family members that I haven't talked to in a long, long time. When I do think of them, the best thing I can do is to release them and let them go. Okay, let's pull another card here. All right, so those people who are waiting for a reading, the best way to receive your reading today is to let your mind think about someone you used to know. I'm thinking of a song, "Somebody I Used to Know." Who sings that song? You might want to find that on YouTube or Spotify. But this is about someone you used to know. Now, when I look up into the sky and I see this cloud, it almost looks like an airplane to me. And I'm thinking about leaving on a jet plane. Don't know if I'll be back again. It seems to me that somebody watching right now, and thank you for accepting my singing, somebody left. Somebody left you, and you're so curious. Do they think about me? Let me see if... This card is for someone with a broken heart. Someone with a broken heart. So anyone who's listening right now, if you feel like life has been unfair and someone has let you down, all right? Think about it in your current situation, Yamin, Jack. Who has let you down? I want you to think about them right now. And all the rest of you guys too. Who has let you down? Because they are thinking, Oteng, this is for you. Think about your life. Who has let you down? What's happening is that they are kind of lost. Hi, Tamika. The person you're thinking about right now, they are thinking about you, and they are feeling lost. So they can't do anything for you, my dear friend. When you feel lost, you have zero to give to anyone else. What you think about, you bring about. If you think about misery all the time, just like our little friend here, poor me, poor me, nothing ever works out for me. My life is doomed. Okay, how sexy is that? How attractive is that? Do you want to hang out with someone who can't see the blessings in their life? Look behind our poor little me. What do we see? The key. The key is right there. The key to joy, the key to hope, the key to peace, the key to everything is right there. So if you're watching, there's our hummingbird. If you're watching and you are thinking about your person with a demanding energy, I must have this person back in my life. If you have that kind of energy, it's just not attractive. It's important that you recognize that your relationship with yourself is way more important than any ex, period. Because the reason you broke up is still there. The reason the person doesn't want to talk to you, it's still there. And the only way to solve it is by opening the door to your own heart. Why did this happen? Why did the breakup happen? If you want to have a clue, you can take a peek into the description box. There's a love profile. It's right there. It's free of charge. Just tap on it. It says first step. You can just tap on it, take the quiz, and you're going to get a report that will let you know exactly why you broke up. Because you need to solve your own issues with security before any person's going to want to be with you. Would you pick that person to be your partner? Would you want to walk around and to tap that person on the back all the time and say, it'll be okay, come on, be in a better mood, come on? Heck no, that's no fun. We want to find someone who has joy, peace, and love. Your key, my darlings who are watching this right now, is to unlock your own heart. Got it? There's a blog that's called breakupcandy.com, and Breakup Candy is all about facing your own breakup and get over it. So Yamin, the answer is until you do the work on your own life, don't ask when they're coming back because the energy is not magnetic for you. And when they think of you, this is what they think. When your person thinks of you, they think of you as poor little me. I'm so sorry to have to give this news. One time I met a shaman in Mexico, and he actually asked me for a reading. You guys, that blew me away because I consider shamans very, very special. I feel like they have a, what do you call it, like a hotline to the universe, that a shaman knows how to connect people to divine. So when they came to me for a reading, I was very touched. And that shaman told me, tell the truth. Tell the truth. And I said, I always tell the truth with the cards. He said, no, you don't. You hold back because I don't want to hurt people's feelings. But Yamin, she's not going to come back when you have that victim energy. When you feel like, oh, my life is broken, that's a victim energy, and it's just not attractive. When you go forward and meet some new people, you don't have to fall in love with the people, but just connect with them. Meet their eyes. Be kind to others. Okay? Oteng, that last card was for you. Or perhaps this card is for you. Hi, Ivo. I'm so glad you're here listening. I appreciate that because if I counted all the people who are not in my life anymore, I'm 71 years old. And if I counted all the people that I have moved away from, old friends, there are lots of people in my past that I loved. But I would not have a very joyful life if I spent my time worrying about trying to reconnect with them. Even connecting with you guys on this reading just makes me so joyful, knowing that the cards are here for you. Okay, so let's take a different view. We are going to do with this card. Hold on, let me get a sense of it. All right, someone who has left your life. Either you broke that up or they broke it up, or it could be a family member, could be a parent or a child. Who are you thinking about, and are they thinking about you? Let's take a look. All right. This card has a double meaning. If you're here and you're in the middle of a divorce, anybody here that's in a divorce, if you are, please hit that thumbs up. Okay, this message is for anyone who's in the middle of a divorce. All right. I'm going to show you both sides of the card. In the beginning, when you're trying to get your little self divorced, it's very difficult. There's a lot of pain. You may not be eating enough. You may not be sleeping. I've been there. Tamika, the biggest hug ever. Please go see breakupcandy.com. It will be so helpful for you, I promise. breakupcandy.com. It's about divorce recovery. But it can be so easy, excuse me, to get self-obsessed with the pain. Now, my throat is feeling a little scratchy, and whenever that happens, it always is a sign that one or both of you is having a hard time speaking your truth. So allow me to sip my tea for a moment, clear my throat. Wow, there's a lot of pressure in my throat, Tamika. And so, Tamika, thank you for being the ambassador today. An ambassador is someone who carries the flag for others. And I know that there are people here that have had breakups. It's been heartbreaking. So this is for you. In the midst of all the pain, look at how it looks like there's a fire in her chest. Can you see that? That the image looks like there's a fire. So as we look at this, we also see, oh, Tasha, bless you, my friend, bless you. We see the word justice written upside down. Can you see that? It can feel like you did not get justice. You are not getting justice. You can't control the justice system. Your husband may have a better attorney than you. May have been things that just hurt your heart so much. However, there's really good news here, okay? Let's take a look at those two golden parachutes. See them? Golden parachutes. One on the left, one on the right. Anyone who happens to be watching this right now, this is an intensely personal, direct message from God to you. What you cannot see in this crazy upside down situation is that your angels, your guides, and everything divine is here for you. Coming down out of the sky, golden parachutes filled with love. The cups are the suit of love and emotion. And there are people right now in your life, I am one of them, who wants to love you and support you and give you the tools you need to make it forward. May I explain why I am so confident about that? Let's flip the card upside down. Now, in my sky right now, I wonder if I can, I don't know if I can make this big. Oh, I can. Oh, I love this. Everything's on my iPhone, you guys. A lot of people have fancy equipment, not me. I'm just on my iPhone. This morning, this is a great way to complete our readings today, because this morning when I started, there were gray clouds. It was quite stormy looking. And now what we look over here is look at the new clouds that are coming. They're white. And look at the beautiful blue sky, that gorgeous blue sky. This is what's ahead of you in divorce. There is such a thing as divorce recovery. I'm not kidding, because honestly, I have survived 2 of them. Now, the first one, I was married 29 years. Can you believe it? 29 years. I was in a religion that didn't really appreciate divorce, so I felt very obligated, very burdened. And then the second time, I simply married someone that I didn't know well enough. It was my own error. But at this point, I've learned valuable lessons about life. And so my life right now is justice right side up. Hold on, I need to make my camera go back to regular size. You guys are so, yeah, people say to me now, they say, if you would have known what you know now, would you have stayed married? And you know what my answer is? No. If I would have known then what I know now, I would have divorced 10 years earlier. I was with the wrong person. The wrong person was with me. We married so young, and we did not have enough skill and not enough communication education to be able to work through the difficult times. I feel, again, my throat is scratchy, and so I know it reminds me that I could not speak my truth. I could not when I was in my marriages. I rather adjust myself. I called myself a chameleon because I could adjust to everyone. It looked like they were going through a much harder time than I was, so I just took it in, and I never spoke for what my needs were. So justice, when it finally plays out, there's a number 11 on the justice card, and that's the card of good boundaries. And so the truth is that once you come through this, you will be smiling. You will feel the start of a new life, and it's going to gratify you. Look at how the cheeks have filled out. The appetites are back. There's a slight smile on the face. This is what the result of justice is supposed to be. This is when it's justice not through the legal system. No, no, no. It's justice through energy. And the key is letting go of your hard heart, letting go of your wounded heart. How to do that? I do have a tool. It's right in the description box, and it's called the Soulmate Generator, and it's a place where you can exchange the pain for joy of a future new love. It's so important that you don't date too quickly, my dear, dear, dear friends. If I were sitting there right now, I would put this card down and I would reach over to your face and I would put both of my hands on your face and I would tilt it toward me and I would say, love yourself first. Give yourself time to heal, because if you create a new relationship from the wound of this divorce, I will guarantee you it will not last. Rebound relationships never work. And what you pray for is you don't meet a wonderful person before you go through your healing, because it will never work unless you empty those cups from your old relationship. Now remember, when the card is upside down, they serve as parachutes. So hi Avani. we're talking about divorce right now and breakups. And when you are breaking up and you feel like no one cares, not even the tarot reader who won't read you a card because she's so busy reading other cards, and you feel even disappointed that the tarot reader is not there for you, right? But the golden parachutes of when you're going through unfairness, these golden parachutes tell you God is always there. And once you make it through the divorce, the blue sky will come out again. I promise you. And the joy will come back. Now, your job is to empty those cups. In order to keep your joy and to keep your happiness, you want to learn how to slide those cups off the sword. See that? She's taking the sheath off of the sword so that she can remove those cups because they're filled with the old relationship. Got it? And so going to the soulmate generator, it's right in the description box. It's free of charge. It's easy to use. You just click on it and it'll take you there like on a magic carpet ride, and then just follow the directions, because you have, maybe 100,000 old thoughts, feelings, emotions, and memories about your ex, right? And the fact that you're obsessing or not being able to let go, or even worse, wanting to go back to a relationship that wasn't good for you in the first place, you need to really cleanse your mind and cleanse your heart, all right? So please do come back. I do no contact readings all the time. It's my heart to help y'all heal so that you have a chance to attract an absolutely wonderful person for yourself, okay? So I'm going to draw one more card for everybody that's here, and then I'm going to take off for the day. I hope you enjoyed our sunrise surprise. Who is thinking about you? If you loved it, hit that thumbs up. I know there's so many people that have hit the thumbs up this morning. I know it's helping some of you. And so as I draw our final card, this is the last card today, and I will, hey Precious, I love that you won't go back. So important. So what you need to do for anyone that's in the past is go to that soulmate generator and use it to cleanse your mind. It will help you completely. So who wants to claim this last reading? Who is it that is thinking about you right now? Okay, let's take a peek here. Okay, so your person, so right now, the last reading, in order to receive the reading, it's a choice. You can choose, yes, I receive this reading. If it doesn't fit, you might want to go try a couple other readers, a couple of my friends. One of them is Green Adventurine Tarot. She's got wonderful, wonderful shorts that are so entertaining. And then White Feather Tarot. White Feather is my mentor. I learn from her, and her readings are wonderful. She just did a love reading yesterday. So if you're looking for love advice, check out White Feather. She's fantastic. Okay, so if this is your person, the person you're thinking about, so I will say again that my belief system is that if you're thinking about the person's also thinking about you. So this is showing an extremely strong-minded person. This is a very strong-minded person who has put their chin up into the air, and they are absolutely sure that their life is just fine without you. Now, I'm so sorry to have to bring that news, because I have a feeling you wish that they wanted to reconnect with you. Well, maybe they will at some other day or time, but this morning or this evening, whatever time it is in your world, when they thought of you, they felt relief. All right? So the person you're holding in your mind right now, they felt relief when they were able to step out of contact with you. They are starting their new life. They have great excitement about their new life. And so if you're asking me about an ex, this is a sign to you to move forward. Now, earlier in the reading, my mouth made a mistake, and when I was trying to say no contact, my mouth said new contact. And I thought, oh, what an interesting slip of the tongue. And I've never said that phrase before. So tomorrow's reading, I'll be on in the morning, and tomorrow's reading is going to be no contact or new contact. Isn't that cool? And I do believe that my inner being was the part of me that gave me that mistake on my tongue. So this message is very clear. Let your person go. Let them go. You are you're wasting so much of your energy on someone who really doesn't care about you anymore. But the good news is, as every time you make the choice to release your person, you're walking into this energy for yourself. This Ace of Swords is about changing your mindset. You can release yourself from jail. Your thoughts right now are holding you right in jail, and that's no fun for anyone, okay? Here's a few affirmations that you can use to set yourself free. Let me see. Even though I don't want to let go of this person, the truth is it's so painful to hold on when they're not interested. Even though there's nothing inside of me that wants to go on without my person, there's a part of me that knows that's kind of silly. Even though a part of me sees my person as perfect for me, there's another part of me that knows that's not true. Even though it feels so painful to let go, the truth is that if I had new friends, I wouldn't obsess about them all the time, okay? Try to be moment to moment. Remember that you have an inner being who loves you so much and is trying to help you move on. Accept the reality of what's here, and you will set yourself free, all right? I love you so much, you guys. Check out the description box for all of my free resources. They're right there for you. And do tune in tomorrow when we're going to do readings on no contact or new contact. What is in your highest good? I love you guys. Thank you so much for joining me, and I can't wait to see you on the next reading. Bye now.